Hey, welcome to today's video. Now, today's video, I want to talk about something that has bothered me for so long, and I think it's a message that it's something that needs to be said. I want to talk about the situation in the world, what's wrong, what's going on, and what should be done as a matter of urgency. You see, the title of the song that provides the background music for this video is Walk into Paradise. I wish I could just get up and walk into paradise. No, let me rephrase that. I wish any of these kids you're looking at here could just get up and walk into paradise. But no, they can't. Some of them live literally in hell, and they're going to live and grow and die there. It was not their choice to be born. They didn't ask to be born, but they were born into poverty. No, scratch that. They were born into abject poverty, and some of them will have to live with it for the rest of their lives. And it's not their fault in any way. They didn't ask to be born, but they were born into a world of pain, misery, a world of difficulty. That's an understatement, right? But this is where they find themselves. They look around and all they see is poverty. All they see is pain. All they see is misery. Meanwhile, for some of them that will have the opportunity to watch TVs, they will get to see another side of life. They will get to see a world that looks like heaven. To them, this is the closest thing to heaven they will ever experience or they will ever see. But it's the world we live in. A world that is so divided. A world that is so unequal. A world that is so unjust. A world that is so ridiculous. I mean, how do you explain this? Some are living in opulence. Some are living in indescribable wealth. They have more than enough. And guess what? They are still accumulating more and more every day. But there are some who can't even get enough to eat. There are some who don't have enough, even for their bellies. Before we talk about their backs, before we talk about other needs, like the needs that Maslow described.
This is Joshua. He's hungry. Today, he's not eaten any food. Literally nothing. He's not just hungry, he's starving.
This is a world that they've come to know and live in. A world of pain. A world of inequality. And yet, we have some people who claim to care. I will never forget Barack Obama. He gave speeches that inspired the world, or some parts of the world. He talked about hope, the message of hope, talking about the importance of education, talking about the importance of unity, the importance of the world coming together to make it a better place, and the importance of America reclaiming that old glory and becoming one of the best places in the world to live in. Well, I wouldn't say Obama talked the talk but didn't walk the walk. I'll let you make that conclusion if you think so. But let's look at the facts. Barack Obama talked big, talked high, talked well, talked smooth. He warmed hearts with his speeches. But aside from being a president in America and working for the interest of the United States, what has Barack Obama really done for the world? What has Barack Obama really done to make the world a better place? Back in the day, Barack Obama's father left Kenya in Africa to go seek for better education in America. In America, he got into a relationship with a lady. She got pregnant for him, and that's how Obama came about. That was back then, way back then. In the 1950s, 1960s. Well, today, has things changed? Not much has changed. People still leave Africa in droves. People still leave all different parts of the world in droves to go to America, to go to Europe in search of education, to go to Canada in search of a good education. It shows the world hasn't changed much. The years have come and gone. A lot has happened, but the world is still pretty much almost the same thing that it was in Barack Obama's father's time. Now, if Obama walked the walk, today Obama will be walking everywhere around the world trying to bring about these things he was talking about. He made it look like he cared, like his story should resonate with a lot of people out there, because his father came from the grassroots. His father rose from the ground, from an unknown place. Traveled because he had a dream, even though his father must have been one of the privileged people of his time to even be able to travel to America for education. But he made it look like his father was one of the downtrodden, and getting to America, having him and him being in a position to be the president of America was one big miracle. Well, if you look at stereotypes and what have you, and the way the world has been run, maybe that's a miracle. But we need much more than that in the world today. I mean, take a look. Look at these people, born in poverty, suffering, not of their own fault. Their parents were born here, and it has gone on like that for decades, for centuries, and the cycle continues. And we have a world that has the United Nations. We have a world that have people that have come from these same backgrounds and made it to the top. But what do? They build fortresses. They buy private jets. They build empires and celebrate their success. Sing about it, talk about it, give speeches, travel around the world, showcasing their power, their affluence, their wealth, while others are dying. I look at the world like a house, a compound, a house. The world, like they say, is a global village. But let's reduce it for a moment to a house that is hosting all of us. We all share a common lineage. We are one and the same human beings, regardless of the skin, the color of your skin, regardless of the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, or whether your hair is long and flowing or short and strong. Regardless, we are one and the same human beings living in the world. And we are neighbors, or we are part and parcel of the same family. And we are living in this household. And guess what? Some members of the household are in affluence, while some members of the household are literally dying as a result of poverty, as a result of lack, as a result of want. They are literally starving to death.
The fact is, the battle against poverty in Africa and the world cannot be won unless there is progress in poverty reduction.
Yet we have others sharing the same house with them who are drowning or swimming in wealth and opulence. Do they do anything to help these ones? Nah. Instead, they continue to build their fortresses, buy private jets, buy estates, buy the best cars, drown the house with roses. What a war. And it's been like this, but the time has come for a change. How can we change all this? How can the world become a paradise for all? First of all, can the world become a paradise for all? Well, ask Obama. He gave some pretty motivational speeches talking about how we can achieve anything we want if we unite, if we come together. Well, I guess making the world a paradise is also a worthy goal then. Maybe we can work together to make it happen. Maybe all of us, China, India, America, Russia, Britain, France, Germany, Nigeria, South Africa, Brazil, Argentina. Maybe we can all work together. Maybe all the continents can work together and we can truly make the world a better place. Maybe we can stop hoarding wealth. Maybe we can stop storing to no end, storing wealth to no end, and actually make it useful to the world. I mean, of what good is there to be worth $200 billion and people are dying in the world every day as a result of hunger? You go to sleep at night and you have peace of mind. Maybe there's something that needs to change for us to understand that I can't sleep peacefully at night and not care when I have resources, and not care that my next door neighbor or the man or the son and daughter of a man that we share the same house are dying as a result of poverty. Maybe we can really make the world a better place. This whole idea of independence or no independence has got to stop. Listen, we are all one family. The sooner we realize that, the better. We need to work together to make the world one big happy family. We need to care about our brother's pain. We need to be our brother's keeper. So the world needs to be interdependent. Countries need to be interdependent rather than independent. Because quite frankly, no one is ever independent. No one is living on their own. We are relating with each other. Countries are trading among each other, relating with each other. So we are both interdependent. Countries are importing and exporting. There's no country in the world that is self-sufficient, does not import anything, does not relate, does not trade with any other country. I don't know of any country. So we are interdependent. We shouldn't be talking of independence. There is no country that is independent. Every country is dependent on another country in one way or the other. And that's how we are supposed to approach life. That we are interdependent. That we depend on each other for one thing or the other. We give and we take. And that makes the world. That should make the world a better place. So every country should be working for the betterment of the whole world, not just for its citizens. And that's why I find it so laughable that a man who has written books talking about thinking big was thinking so small as to think of only America, as if America was the whole world. I mean, Donald Trump went on record saying he's trying to protect America, he's trying to make America great again. Well, his tenure has come and gone today. How great is America, or how greater is America than it was before Trump became president? That just tells you the stupidity and foolishness of the thinking that I'm going to be great, I'm going to make me great and great again, or greater than others. There's no point in that. There's no reason for that. The world needs to collaborate rather than compete against each other. Positive competition is good as far as it is to make each other better. But when you try to make yourself bigger than others, then there's a problem. There's a problem because you are supposed to be interdependent. You're supposed to relate with each other. You're supposed to look out for each other. Work for the benefit of each other. That's what will make the world a better place. So all this talk about education, Barack Obama talking about education being the best, world-class education being the cure for poverty. Well, I think it's just talk. Because if you really believed in that, You should be working at getting world-class education to every nook and cranny of the world. If you really think that that will end poverty. As we speak, the majority of the world population live in poverty. Some live in extreme poverty. How is that going to end? Well, if we go by what Barack Obama says, that a world-class education is the solution to poverty, then why are we not implementing a world-class education in every part of the world, in every nook and cranny of the world? Because the world is one. No part of the world can exist in isolation. We all depend on each other. So we should be living as one big family. So if my brothers or sisters in the other part of the room we are living in are doing so bad and they are messing up the whole house, it's going to affect me sooner than later. It's going to affect me in one way or the other. But if I can contribute or help them get better, we all benefit. They benefit directly, I benefit indirectly. So that's how the world should be run. The educational system needs a revamp, a total revamp. Academic education like we know it is a proven failure. And you don't need to look too far to realize that. I mean, look the state of the world. Look at how the world is at the moment. So divided in poverty line, in wealth and poverty, divided in race and racism, divided in every way possible. This has got to change. This has got to stop. And we are the ones to make it happen, to make this world a paradise. Every child born in any part of the world deserves a world-class education. And the people who have massive resources, who have hundreds of billions, who have tens of billions, should put this wealth down, at least part of this wealth down, to make this happen. After all, none of us is going to get out of here with any of this. The only opportunity we have is our lives here, and making the world a better place for everyone is better for all of us. So this is what we should be working at. I look at people like Oprah Winfrey. She has a private jet. But when she tells her story, she came from a very, very poor background. Today, what is she doing to help raise others? The schools of the future should be technologically based. Should be high-tech and production facilities and educational centers that will help people acquire productive skills that they can use to make the world a better place. Skills in entertainment, skills in food production, skills in sports, skills in farming, skills in industrial goods, skills in building and engineering and technology of all kinds. Those are the skills that are needed in the world. And these skills in coding and artificial intelligence, these skills should be given to people in every part of the world, regardless of where they are. Whether they are in Africa, in Asia, in South America, in any part of the world, in Europe, in America, in Canada, wherever they are, children of all ages should have access to a world-class education. And we are the ones to make it happen, to make it possible. Those of us who are doing well are the ones to make it happen. This is the kind of things that the United Nations should be working on. Not just when there's a virus, rallying and coming around to talk about the virus. That's good. Talking about the virus is good, but it's not the only need. It's not the only need. We have several other needs. And so these needs should also be addressed so we can make the world a better place. Thanks for watching. Do make sure to subscribe to the channel. Now see you in the next video. Until then, see ya.